Welcome to Who Let the Dogs Out, the podcast designed to help you enjoy life with your best friend without all the frustrations. Join us each week as we help families across the country do just that. I'm your host, Corey, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Sally.
And today we have got a Q&A forum, right?
We do.
All right, hit me with the gist of the questions we're going to go over today.
Okay, we're going to look at what's the best way to calm your dog down. We're going to talk about when's the best time to start training and dogs on stairs.
Dogs on stairs. Okay, great. Well, that sounds like a good show. So if you want to learn how to calm your dog down, something with stairs, on the stairs. And completely missed the middle one because I was paying attention to something else. So
yeah.
Anyways.
Best time to start training.
Yeah. Anyways, if y'all want to learn more about that, feel free to check out the rest of the show. With that being said, we've got a couple other formats we're going to be doing on the show. So we've got the Q&A, which is what we're doing today, which is fun because you guys send in the questions. We give you the answers. If you want to send in questions, you can reach out to Sally at
wonderdogtraining.com.
Sally at wonderdogtraining.com.
Yeah.
The email, that's our email. You can reach me on Corey at Corey from Underdog on Instagram, and we'll ask your questions, or you can leave a comment somewhere, wherever you're watching the show, whether it be YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, wherever it is, you can leave a comment there and we'll see those. Yeah, so that's that. We also have Dog Talk, which is where Sally and I come on and talk about a topic related to dogs, dog ownership, dog training, different things like that. We've got interviews. We've done one interview thus far. It's a few episodes back. It's great. Go listen to it. And we'll be doing more as we continue with other dog-related experts in their field. And then, anyways, that's the gist of it. We've got some more stuff coming down the pipeline as we continue to grow the show.
We do.
Speaking of growing the show, I just want to say thank you once again. I know I say it every episode, but I really mean it. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching and subscribing and stuff. It really means a lot to us. And I think, like we say every episode, we do it even if nobody was watching, but we really enjoy it.
We're having so much fun with this.
Yeah. And we keep forgetting to bring the thermometer thing, but we made a subscriber/follower tracker of, because we're, our big goal is 1,000.
I think we should start tracking November to December and have a goal as to how many people we can have subscribed by December.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, let's do it. Anyways, I guess with all that being said, thank you guys so much. And I think that's pretty much it. I was just going to say, if y'all enjoy the show, get value out of the show, share the show. If you know somebody with a dog that is struggling with any of these issues or some of the stuff we've recorded on the past, feel free to share the show with them. That would mean a lot. That would really help us get us out there. And I think probably boost us up in the algorithm or however it works. So anyways, with all that being said, thank you guys so much. So I guess, how's everything been going in Sally's world?
Okay. Well, Sully has found his big boy voice.
His big boy voice?
His big boy voice.
And his big boy muscles, too, because he's been pulling.
Oh, yeah. He's pulling my arms off when we go walking. Well,
we're working on.
We are working on it. You came and gave me some further instruction. And
sounds like that helped for a few days. And then
it helps. On the walks that we go on, it helps on certain parts, but his favorite areas, he's just like a juggernaut trying to get there.
Yeah.
So we go to a certain area where he can go potty, and he's just like, let's get there.
Yeah.
And then there's a fire hydrant on the route as well, and it must be.
Is that down at the end of the cove? Is it the one down there towards the end?
Yeah, and it's just like, that must be it's his favorite sniffer.
Yeah.
So everybody must go there. So it's like he's on a mission. It's like, we're going this way. Let's go.
Yeah. So, that makes sense. I was going to say, you could just go the other way.
Well, we do, but he's got favorite spots on all of his walks. That's what I'm telling you. There are certain areas where he's just like, it's this walk today.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're going to keep working on it.
We are,
easier
but
and easier
it's not all the way around. And when he listens, he listens. And when he doesn't listen, he doesn't listen.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep working on making it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you mentioned, too, he found his big boy voice.
Found his big boy voice.
Yeah.
So now he's like poking his face through the blinds and barking at people.
As they like walk by the house
as they walk past. But the bark is a really deep bark now, which really upsets Lenny, because Lenny's like, oh my gosh, it's like there's a murder.
Yeah.
Because he's just like,
What's he do again?
It's really deep. He used to do like a very puppy yappy, but now he's like, everything's really serious.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, I mean, he's almost a year old now, so.
I know.
growing in.
He's got a birthday on the 22nd of this month.
And what are you doing for that birthday?
We are having a party.
You're having a birthday party for him?
Here.
Yeah. No, I can't wait. That'll be fun.
And we're going to invite some other doggies. It's not just going to be humans.
Yeah. It's going to be other pups.
So much fun.
Yeah, that will be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we're excited. We can't wait.
We're going to play doggy party games,
Yeah.
people.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Well, it's been a couple weeks since we recorded. Last couple weeks, I took Mia to police dog training downtown. I met with some of the local officers again, and we did training again. We used like a mostly abandoned building like downtown. It's an old office building, and they're renovating it right now and stuff. But there's only like a couple floors being used. So we used some of the other floors that aren't being used. And it was awesome. It was great. She did, all of her drug search and stuff, and did, pretty good there.
Loves that.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, I would say, a newer environment just with that much like open space and stuff. So anyway, she did pretty good overall.
Good.
And then we did like a building clearing exercise with her. They did it with all the dogs. And then she got to
be involved more
she got
this
to go
time
too.
than last. Oh.
Yeah. And anyways, it was a lot of fun. And she did really good. I was like 70-30 on if she do it. And I should have been 100% because she did it and she crushed, which is awesome.
That is awesome.
And then I got to get in the bite suit and be the guy that was in the building when they were clearing it and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. It's kind of crazy though, because like you'll be in like a dark corner, like, like they've got like, I don't even know. I'm not really great with like square footage, but it's a huge space and there's like all sorts of little offices and cubbies and rooms and stuff. So you like tuck off somewhere and then they send the dog in to like search for you and stuff. And so like you're in the corner, like waiting on the dog to like come in and bite you and just start tearing you up.
Are you
and
nervous in anticipation?
Not really, but I will say it is a little bit of like a mind game where it's like you can hear the dog like running past the door and back past the door. And then like he's in the room and like it's dark, like they can't see anything and you can't see anything. And so they run in the room and they're like sniffing and stuff. And then like all of a sudden it's just boom, they're on you. They're just going to you. They're just biting and stuff. Anyway, so it's a lot of fun. It's been a good time. And then we went out after that. We went that same week. We went to search and rescue training with a different police unit down in Mississippi, and we did some training with that and on like her air scenting, like finding people and stuff.
Yeah.
And we tried a couple new things. She did okay at the like new stuff we tried, but the like just the regular like tracking like air scent work. Crushed it. She did great. So I'm excited. I don't think we're going back out there for a few weeks, but I'm excited to see how that goes.
Nice.
Yeah. I actually talked to the lady that runs that. I asked her last night on the phone if she'd want to come on and like tell some like cool stories about finding people and stuff.
That would be
and she said, yeah, she was like, yeah, I'd love to come on and talk about search and rescue and dogs and stuff like that. So
that would be good.
Yeah. So anyways, she might be coming on the show here soon. But anyways, no, we've been having a lot of fun. And it's been going good.
She loves being active.
Yeah. Signing up a bunch of new puppies for training and stuff like that.
Yay.
So that's going really good. One thing I did want to talk about is last night I was driving to one of our transformation sessions we do for people to meet their dog and come over the program and for them and stuff like that and figure out their goals and problems, all that kind of stuff. I was on the way to this lady's house last night. And anyways, as I'm like getting closer, I like drove past these two people and they had like these two big dogs. Just at a glance, they look like mixes of some sort, but they were pretty big.
Yeah.
And they were on harnesses and they were on like 6-foot leashes or whatnot. And the dogs were literally just walking. It was a couple and like one guy was in front and the lady was behind and they were literally just like pulling so hard as they were walking. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because like, I don't know. I know our clients deal with like a lot of bad behaviors. The only ones I really get to see random people's dogs doing is like pulling on the leash, like out in public and stuff like that. Because, you just drive past and see somebody walking their dog or whatnot. Anyways, these dogs are pulling these people so bad. And every time I watch people walking their dog, if it's walking good, it makes me like really grateful. If I see people walking their dog and it's walking really nice, I don't know. It just makes me like stop and be grateful for what we get to do for people.
Yeah.
When I watch people walk their dog and they're getting like dragged down the street by their dog, man, it really is just like
fun.
It's not fun. And it really just makes me like want to pull over and be like, let me help you.
Yeah.
And clearly I'm not going to pull over and give unsolicited advice to people or whatnot.
Might not go down well, but
it just makes me think. It's just like, man, like if you would just hire a trainer, like you could knock that out in like a few lessons and like your life would be so much easier and better and stuff.
Have a pleasant walk of an evening rather than a fight down the street.
Yeah, like, man, just take the leap. Invest in the training, like get it done, knock it out, and you'll enjoy the next 10 years with your dog. Like easy walking, having a good time walking your dog. It like I saw this other dog trainer's ad last night pop up on like my Instagram or Facebook or something like that. And I really liked the headline of it. It said, does thinking about walking your dog raise your blood pressure? And I was like, I bet for a lot of people it probably does, because it's like, yeah. I mean, like, I was telling somebody how you got to working for us yesterday at a transformation session, and she and I was saying that you were one of our first clients that we had, and that like you literally had to go walking like early in the morning and early at night to try to like avoid dogs, and it's like I get it, and like that's definitely a fix to the immediate problem, but it's like it's not the solution.
It's
It's not the solution.
It's like putting a Band-Aid over a hole and holding water and expecting it to last, and it doesn't. But even then, and you're just saying, does your blood pressure go up? Even when I was getting ready to go walking, it wasn't, oh, we're going to go out for a walk. It was I hope nobody's out, or I hope there's no dogs loose, or there was always that fear and anticipation that something's going to spark him off.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it's like, quick turn around and go home.
Yeah. And for people that are, I guess, newer listeners that don't know, Sally was one of our first clients, and her dog Lenny used to pull her so bad that it would literally pull her wheelchair down the street to try to go like get other dogs.
And reactive. If he saw another dog, it was as though I'd trained him to be a dog fighter. That's how horrendous he looked.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And that's embarrassing for one. You don't want your neighbours to see that.
Yeah.
It just did not make for a pleasant, relaxing walk.
Yeah.
And, that shared time. So
yeah,
I told you I waited way too long.
Yeah. And then you've been a true believer ever since.
And now it's like, let's just do it. Let's start early.
Yeah. Well, anyways, with all that being said, though, like if you've got problems with your dog, just take the leap. Like I know training's an investment, but at the same time, it's like, if you look at the price tag of training or whatnot, take that cost and divide it over like the lifespan of your dog, like how many years you have left or whatnot. And it breaks down into like a pretty solid like yearly rate for like what you, and then like if you break that down even smaller into like monthly or like how much it would cost like per day to have your dog trained forever, it's really not that expensive. And
it's like going to the gym.
Yeah. I mean, it makes your life like so much better and so much easier.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's it. Rant over. Those people last night, I mean, like I said, want to help. I just want to help people.
Please take your big dogs out of harnesses.
Yeah. Couldn't agree with that more.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess all that being said, let's do some questions.
Okay. Well, actually then we'll go into question 2, because question 2 is, when is the best time to start training? And that fits right into what you've just been saying.
Yeah.
So let's break that one down though. So when is the best time with a puppy to start training?
Sure. Quite literally the first thing that came to my mind just now was that saying that says, when was the best time to plant a tree? 10 years ago. When's the second best time today?
Yeah.
That's like the first thing that came to mind was that. Yeah. I mean, if you get a puppy, I mean, it depends. I would say go back to like the last episode we just did or just released on like the puppy nipping and puppy biting and stuff, which was a really great episode. But there's a ton of puppy principles in that episode that we talk about before we actually talk about how to get rid of the puppy nipping. I think we do like 8 or 9 ways to fix that or whatnot. What I would say is if you get a puppy, I mean, start from like the day you get them. Let's say you get them at anywhere from like 6 to 12 weeks. I mean, start, working on like, hand feeding them, getting them built up to like know that like good things come from you. Start working on like little, sit, lay down, teaching them their name. Every time they interact with you, they get paid, right? Like just different things like that. Just start working on setting good rules for the house, right? Like, hey, we, if we don't want to get on furniture, we don't get on furniture. If we don't want them jumping, we have the manners and rules set in place first. We're making them, wait at and clearly there's some like, we're not going to have the same standards for training, a 6-week-old or 12-week-old puppy or whatever that we would for like a 6-month or a year-old dog. But just start with like good rules, good boundaries. Start potty training, taking them out every hour, right? I mean,
routine is a big one.
I would say just as soon as you get them, if you get a dog that's a little bit older from like a rescue or whatever the situation is or whatnot, I mean, the day you get them is a great time to get started. If they're scared, breaking them out of their comfort zone from day one. We're not putting too much on them on day one, but like breaking them out of their comfort zone, starting to work on, once again, healthy rules, healthy manners, healthy boundaries, start teaching them their name, come here, just the basic commands. Just teach them all the basic commands. I mean, getting rid of the bad behaviors.
What age would you recommend formal training for a puppy? So like bringing in the trainer to do things rather than it just being the person, the owner doing it.
I don't know. This is like it really kind of depends, honestly. I would say like if you get a puppy and like you're planning on getting it trained, I think getting started off on the right foot is a good idea. So like bringing in a trainer a little bit early to help set like a really good foundation is good. Now that process, at least with us, is going to take a while longer, right? Because we got to help raise your puppy like into maturity and stuff. So we really have like a puppy like help you raise your puppy program kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think early is good. On the flip side, if you start at like 6 months, 5-6 months, your dog's old enough to learn like what to do and what not to do, and so the training process can go a lot quicker. But that first few months, we can do really get a big list of bad behaviors that we don't like in that those first few months or whatnot. So it's kind of like a push or pull. Like, do you want to get started early and set a really good foundation and like catch stuff as it pops up and fix it right then, plus lay a good foundation and take a longer training process, or do you want to like do it in a quick, more succinct fashion, but then also like have possibly built up some bad behaviors and bad habits that we already have to break by the time you bring a trainer in. So if you start at 12 weeks, I think it's good, or 14 weeks or 16 weeks or whatever, I think that's good. If you start at 6 months, if you start at a year, if you start at 2 years, don't really care.
Never too late.
Yeah.
What's the what?
I already know what you're gonna ask. When's
go on then?
When's too old to start traded? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know if there is such a thing. If like you've got an 8-year-old dog or something like that, and like they are struggling with like walking, and you finally like, okay, like I'm ready to do something about this, or like you've got an 8-year-old lab and it like knocked your grandma over, and like your grandma fortunately didn't get hurt or did get hurt or whatever it is, and they're like, okay, this can never happen again. I want to start training now. Yeah. It's not too late. Like your dog can learn what to do and what not to do, right? So it's never too late.
Never too late.
There is certain dogs that I'd probably say like, yeah, we should probably just like leave him be. Like you've got like a 12-year-old dog that's like a little senile and stuff. It's like, yeah, we should probably just let him be and ride this thing out.
Relax for the rest of the years.
Yeah, but
so really every dog is individual because they've all got their individual needs. So it's worth just checking out with us. Give us a call.
Yeah, and if not us,
we can
any
help.
trainer a call.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
but we don't want them to go. We want them to come to Wonder Dog.
I want people to get their dogs trained, period. And if they're in a service area of ours, then yeah, sure, pick us. But if not, then just get help with anybody.
Yeah, there are some good trainers out there. I'm just biased.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I am too. Yeah, I was talking to a lady about like boot camps yesterday or whatnot, and they're, I think if people do board and trains, like trainers do board and trains, if you're doing good work, awesome. I'm a little biased, I do kind of believe in like the in-home, like done with you model, just because that's what we do, so I'm a little biased, but I do believe in training the dog like in the home with the person there, training the dog and the human, doing it around all the same stuff they're used to every day and stuff like that. But this lady had tried like 2 previous boot camps with 2 of her previous dogs or whatnot, and like, it went okay, but as soon as the dog got home, they started like slipping and regressing and stuff. And I'm sure there's maybe a part to play with like maybe the pass off from like the trainer back to the human. There might be a part to play there. She might not have practiced or something. I don't know the situation, but I think there's definitely a nice element of accountability and practicing and stuff with bringing a trainer into your home. Anyways, I digress.
Oh, you can digress on that one. Okay, so my next question for you is, when or what is the best way to calm your dog down?
I feel like I've answered this question on like 17 podcasts out of 24.
You are going to answer this question all the time because these questions come in from people that are struggling.
Yeah. I would say if your dog is too hyper, I quite literally think we answered this on the last podcast, but I would say it's probably not going to differ much from my last answer. There's 3 things that kind of add up to like a calmer dog. Training, teaching them what to do, what not to do, stimulation, which is mental and physical, and then maturity, right? So training them is teaching them what we want them to do and what we don't want them to do, right? Stimulation is mental, so giving their brain something to do, making them work for their food, engage for their food, doggy puzzles, food toys, different things like that to make them, like I said, work for their food. If you want to learn how to really make your dog work for your food, go back to the interview I did with Yoris, which is, I think, episode like 21 or I don't know, something like that. It's within the last like few episodes. But go listen to that. Listen to him talk about making their dog work for the food. Great podcast. A lot of good advice there. And then the second one would be like physical. So giving their body something to do every day. So like that's going to be walking them, running them, playing fetch with them, taking them to the park. Just something to wear their body out where they are physically tired, right?
Okay. Let me stop you on that one then. So now we've got horrible weather coming in. Lots of rain and things, not talking about Florida, bless you. But if you can't get out with your dog,
Yeah.
what physical things can you do in the house? What could you adapt to do some stuff in the house that can get some of that energy out?
The first thing I thought was teach your dog to walk on a treadmill. I've done that for families before that like can't walk their dog in the rain.
If you've got a treadmill, what a great idea.
That's kind of fun. But if you can't do something like that, what would I do? I mean, one of my favorite things to do is play hide and go seek in the house. So like I make Mia like go lay down and stay somewhere, and then I go hide, and then she'll have to find me or whatnot, you know. And the longer that you hide, the harder it'll be for the dog, and you can get pretty creative with your hiding spots or whatnot. But that way they're running through the house, they're using their brain. I mean, a huge part of the dog's like brain is tied to their olfactory system, aka their nose, you know. And so if you can make them like sniff and work to find you and stuff, that's a pretty good way to get them worn out or whatnot. It's probably not going to like replace like a walk or exercise or anything. I could also might just say like get out in the rain, like, you know,
put your coat on. And
you're not going to melt, you know. Go out in the rain, mess up your hair.
You're not a sugar lump. You won't melt.
Yeah.
But you know, some people go, "Oh, it's raining. I'm not going."
Yeah. Trying to think. I mean, you could hypothetically go to like a dog-friendly store and just go like hike the store with the dog too, and like you could make that a walk-in / training thing. You could make them jump up on stuff they don't really know about or whatever it is. I'm sure I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something in terms of like how to get the dog's energy out in the house, like physically. But
well, could you? I know the trainers use is it like ping pong? Where you get the dog to go from one to the back and forth.
Yeah, I guess that one's one too.
So
like you could spread out over like the distance of a big room or the house or something like that, and then call the dog back and forth
open space or something.
Yeah. You could do something like that and make the dog like run back and forth. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that much in the house though.
No. Get them a little bit.
They get insane. Yeah. Although that is one of my favorite ways to get dogs' energy out, like outside, and it's like super low effort on the human. You literally just have a pole with a rope and a toy on the end of it, and then you just make the dog chase it and stuff, and then they get it. You let them win, they get it. You fight with them, make them drop it, then you do it again and stuff. And it's super low effort. You literally just stand in a circle, like and pop the toy up and down. So I'm glad you brought that up. And then the third thing was maturity, though, and we don't really have much control over that. Like, and that's by that I just mean like the dog's age. Like dogs do calm down as they get older. They typically hit like the adult age at about 2 years old. Before that's like technically puppy, and then like 2 to 5 to 7 or something like that is adulthood, and then their seniors like 7+ or something like that. Yeah. Depending on like the breed of the dog. So, anyways, I would say those are like the big three, though. Like,
wonderful.
Train your dog, exercise your dog mentally and physically, and then just keep up with that. And then I guess the fourth thing, which I said on the last podcast, was supplementation, which could be like doggy CBD, or if your dog has like actual like brain problems or something like that, then maybe, getting them on some sort of like doggy calmer medicine or something like that. I'm not really like, I don't know. That would probably be like my super, super last resort, though, is like supplementing my dog or medicating my dog to get them to calm down. I know some people need that for like storms and stuff, but yeah. Okay. Well, I actually have a question for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So I found this on the internet and I wanted to ask you. I haven't actually picked my 2 yet, but I'm going to give you a handful of options, and then I want you to pick 2 of these things.
Okay.
So I got this. I was scrolling probably Instagram Reels or whatnot. I actually wrote down the account name. It's at TillyZoom, TILLYZOOM. And she put up an interesting meme. It was like, I think her playing with her dog, and she said like pick 2. And there was 8. I brought in 6 of them for the episode, but you get to pick 2 out of these 6. So, number 1, your dog has a perfect recall. 2, instead of finding like dead animals and stinky stuff, your dog finds cash. Number 3, fresh breath for life and rosy smelling farts. 4, no health issues ever. 5, 25-year lifespan. And 6 is you can chat with your dog 30 minutes a year. So once again, perfect recall, dog finds cash instead of stinky stuff, fresh breath and rosy farts, no health issues ever, 25-year lifespan, or talk to your dog 30 minutes a year.
Well, I'd love for Sul to bring cash in rather than frogs. So that would be cool.
Real quick, digress. If Sully brings a frog in, how do you pick it up? Do you use your grabber?
After I've like...
So there's just frogs at your house?
I found a shriveled up jerky frog under his bed.
Oh
and
my God,
that I
that's
didn't
hilarious.
even know that was there. So can
What
you
would
imagine?
you do if you're just driving through the house one day and a frog just hops
stop.
on your foot? It hops on your foot and then pees on you.
I-
And now you've got a wart foot.
Is that going to be another question? Oh no, please. So yeah,
You have to use your grabbers to like try to catch a live frog.
it's not good. Or I get somebody else.
One day, whenever we're telling the doggy like FML stories, we did 2 episodes ago. We did the funny dog stuff we found on the internet, and we need to make our own
We do need to make our own because
about the fly bag. We'll have to save that for another one.
yeah.
So you would say,
we've got some gross stuff. but
oh
yeah.
God, that was funny. Okay.
And so I would like the cash instead of the other stuff, but
So
that's not
no
a choice.
frogs, sticks, etc. You would want them to find caches.
Well, I'm just going through my brain. I think
Fresh breath, perfect recall, no health issues, 25-year lifespan,
I
chat
think
within
I'd
30 minutes a
like-
year.
I think I'd like 25-year lifespan.
Which one did you pick, Sully or Lenny? They can only pick one.
Dude, that's nasty. It should be for all dogs because they go too soon.
They go too soon, yeah.
Okay, I want Sully because it's too.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe you did that. You're cold-hearted.
And I've just realised because I was just about to qualify it with because Lenny's coming to the end of his life anyway, and then I thought, but that means he would stay longer. This is hard.
How about that? I'll take away my question. You don't have to pick. You don't have to pick. So you would say find cash and 25-year lifespan, though, would be yours?
Well, do I want them to have health problems either? This is a hard one.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, tell me what would you do? Give me one that you would pick.
Well, Mia already has a pretty much perfect recall, so
She
I don't
does.
have to worry about that. So she doesn't really fart and her breath doesn't really stink very bad, so I'd scratch
You
that
don't have to
one.
worry about that.
So that leaves me with dog finds cash, no health issues, 25-year life, or chat 30 minutes a year. I would probably say 5 and 6. I want a 25-year lifespan, and I want to be able to talk to her 30 minutes a year.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't need her to find cash because if Mia ever has health issues, I don't care what it costs. I'm going to find a way to pay for it 100%. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter
Yeah, that's a good way.
what
of
the problem
thinking
is,
about
what the
that.
cost is.
Yeah. Do you know what?
It'd be cool if she found cash. I wouldn't
That's
say
what
no.
I'm saying.
But,
I wouldn't say no if he
Yeah.
came in with a big wad of cash.
but if I could have her till she was 25.
Yeah,
because
I would
I was a
want-
baby when I got her. I mean, I was I was
Yeah.
18 or 19. I wanted the two. I can't remember, but I was
Yeah.
18 or 19 when I got her. And man, I just think about if me and her could have an intelligent conversation.
I'd love that.
What would she tell me that what would she tell me? We should make that a podcast topic. I think we did.
We
dogs
did.
Could, yeah,
We did. If
dogs could ask
talk,
questions. Yeah. That's what was a fun one. If y'all are listening, y'all should go back and listen to that one we did.
That
If
was
dogs
a
could ask
fun one.
questions, what would
because
they ask or
Mia
something?
would be saying to you, "Why are you working so much, and why are we not going to play ball?"
Yeah, that's what I said on the last one. But
Yeah.
since then, I have made a direct effort to make up for lost time. That's why I'm taking all these trainings. I mean, I like doing it anyways, but
yeah.
I'm taking her to police dog training. I'm doing our own
You
drug
are
training.
doing more with
I'm
her.
taking
Yeah.
her. I'm doing stuff with her every day. I always did stuff with her every day.
You
it
did.
was just
You did, but she
not,
just
it wasn't like a focused effort towards something. So I'm making up for lost time, and I'm going to do it till she's
Good.
gone. So, but yeah, if I could have her for 25 years and talk to her for 30 minutes a year,
Oh,
I mean, I would
yeah.
love to just maybe if it'd be cool if the 30 minutes a year could be split up into I get 3 minutes a month or something like that. So we could just hey, what was your favorite thing we did this month?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, what I bought every can of there's this brand
What's your
of
favorite dog food?
wet food that I buy. I bought every flavor that they have, and I buy a huge a 12 pack of them or whatnot, and it lasts pretty much the whole month. But at the end of every month, I have a few extra cans left over, so I've got 2 or 3 months worth of wet food on the top of my fridge right now, and which is where I keep all of our treats and toys and stuff. And so, anyways, I've been kind of mixing them up. It'd be interesting to know too, hey, what's your favorite flavor?
Yeah.
Is it the beef? I would personally want the beef, but do you like the chicken better? What do you like better? So anyways,
And
I
do you
think
like
that'd
the
be
wet
really cool.
Food more than the dry food. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you could pick
2 out of the 6
Yeah,
things, what would you
would-
pick?
yeah, what
Let
would
us
you
know
do?
down below. I'll put this question. I'm going to send this screenshot to the guy who puts the podcast together, one of our trainers, Gideon, out in Nashville. I'm going to send this picture to him so that way he can put it, like plug it in the show or whatnot, like on the screen so you can see it. And I'll also put the 6 that we picked, that we offered, like out of the 8 to choose from. I'll put those down below as well. I skipped 2. Like I said, I can't actually even remember the 2 that I skipped on here. But anyways, I thought that was really interesting and a fun question.
Yeah, that gets you thinking.
Yeah.
But I definitely want 25 years with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Not the measly amount we get now.
Yeah. Yeah. Feels too short.
It does.
Yeah.
Sure does.
What do you got there? Is that a joke card?
I do have a joke card.
Hit me. What you got?
Okay.
Better be funny.
Okay, I've got 2 jokes.
This is me trying not to laugh.
This is funny.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Why did the dog go to school?
I don't know.
To become a architect.
I didn't mean to laugh at that one. That was so stupid.
That's good.
That was so stupid.
no, it's
Oh my God, that was dumb.
that's a
But it was
good
funny.
one.
It was
Wants
funny.
to be
It
a
was funny.
architect.
Barkitect. That's good. Okay, Barkitect it is.
There you go.
Mia said, I want to be a Barkitect. Look, she stood up when we said Barkitect. Now she's just staring right at us. Anyways, all right. That's it.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. And let me tell you something before we go into this and you give your answers. We've done this question a while back, and I think it's good enough that we revisit it. And when we go out with our group on Saturdays and we go to a certain venue, we practice this because people don't think about it. So, stair manners. The question was, my dog follows me down the stairs but pushes past me and nearly knocks me over. How can I stop this accident from, accident waiting to happen?
Yeah, great question. So her question is, how can I stop my dog from following me too close down the stairs and possibly knocking me over?
Yeah.
One, I would say type that question into our YouTube channel page or whatnot and watch my original answer because I think I went pretty in depth on the first time I answered it. But with that being said, how do you get your dog to like not follow you down the stairs so fast or wait till you go or something like that? I would say the big 2 would be like if you're at the top of the stairs and you're going to go down the stairs and your dog is behind you, one, I would start with like teaching the dog to like sit and wait at the top of the stairs and then stay and then go down the stairs and then release the dog, say, okay, now you're able to come with me, right? The only 2 commands you either need there are sit or down and stay, right? And then, just go down the stairs and then get your dog to follow you behind or have the dog go ahead of you. So like, if the dog was behind me waiting for me to go down so it could bowl me down the stairs, I would just grab the dog's flat collar and say, go. And then I'd start like walking down the stairs behind the dog and kind of like, if they're stalling on the stairs, like looking back at me like, hey, what are you doing, man? I would just start, kind of not shoving, but like kind of using my knee to kind of like my legs as I walk down the stairs to kind of like scoot the dog down a little. And I'd be very gentle. I don't want to knock the dog down the stairs, but I'd say, come on, go. And I'd just make it, I would raise my tone too to match that. Like, go on, go, move.
Yeah.
And tell them, hey, get out of the way, go on, right? And just have them keep going down the stairs. So I'd either send them before me. That's probably the easiest, like least training option that's required. Second one would be like sit and wait at the top of the stairs until they're released. Only downside to that is if you got like a super like young, energetic dog or whatnot, like they'll just like they're excited, they're ready to get down the stairs with you or whatnot. So they might go too fast and like maybe hopefully not hurt themselves or whatnot. How I would maybe start this though, and I think I said this on the last one too, is maybe just start with like basic door manners so they understand like thresholds, wait until they're told to go to do a behavior, right? So that could just be like getting them to sit next to the door or on the rug into the front door or something like that's, down by the front door, and then getting them to sit and stay until they hear their password. The password's just a command that says, hey, you're allowed to go now. We typically use like free or okay or break or go or something like that. And we try to make those words like sound a little different than I just said them. So like free would be free or okay, something like that to make it distinct to the dog, right? And then, I would just say, start with that, stay at the door. Okay, password, boom, you're good. And then I'd start maybe doing that at the stairs too. Now, if you are worried about, falling down the stairs, you can maybe make your dog go like, up a few stairs, stay on like stair 3 or 4 or something like that. Stay, have them on a flat or not a flat, to say a regular leash, like a 6-foot leash, and then password them to come down. Then maybe go up a little bit higher, password them to come down. You could do that. You could also practice these same manners going up the stairs too. So like if your dog was coming up behind you and like could maybe knock you down going up the stairs too, then you could just do the same thing where it's like, stay, or hey, all right, we're going up the stairs now. Go, move, go on the stairs. So you could practice these same things. I think I went a little bit more in depth with that on the first podcast that we did on it. So I'd just say find that episode and listen to that answer too. And there's probably some stuff I said there that I didn't say here. Because one thing y'all should know too, is I don't know the questions ahead of time. So like we do plan out like some of the segments and stuff, like the questions from the internet and stuff like that. Like I wrote that down. She didn't know what the options were, or she knew I was going to ask a question like that, but didn't know exactly. But I don't know the questions, so I don't know the answers. So this is all just the stuff that comes to the top of my mind. So if you ask me the same question twice, you'll probably get generally the same answer, but there might be some nuance that changes across answer to answer or whatnot. So with that being said, if that was good, great. If not, then go watch the other one, and I probably talk about more about it there and
absolutely. Stuff. Now, what about advice for people that are going up and down stairs when they're out in public? Because, of course, you can't send your dog up before or get them.
No, you quite literally can do that. They're just on a leash. They're just 2 or 3 stairs ahead of you, not the whole staircase.
Okay. Because we practice that they're at the side. But
you could heel up the stairs too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was going down the stairs with the dog on a leash, if the dog pulled, I wouldn't send the dog down beside me. Like, I'm thinking of like apartment complex stairs right now. Like if you've got a dog that's like going to pull you down the stairs, I would probably do like heel or wait at the top of the stairs or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. A little bit different than like in-home set of stairs.
We say to our people, don't have them in front, because if they do pull.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And then also too, I mean, it's clearly be safe, like, know your body and know your strength and stuff. So if you need to, like, hold on to the staircase. I will say too, if like there's a big risk of you falling down the stairs and like your dog's pulling down the stairs or whatnot, and you are out in public or they are on a leash or whatnot, let the dog go. Like it's not worth falling down the stairs and breaking your head open or your hip or your femur or anything. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
So if your dog's like pulling you, let
it go.
Yeah, let them go. 100%. That is not worth it. I would say that context in like anything. Like if you're...
Yeah, you've told me that before with Sully.
100%.
You've said, if he sees a squirrel and he's going to pull hard, just let him go.
Yeah, there's... In the context of like if there's a risk of injury, like I don't think if your dog's pulling, you should just like let the leash go. But
no, I'm on about
I'm just clarifying for people. I'm not saying to let the dog go.
If he did
I'm just clarifying. I'm not saying let the dog go. I'm just saying like
safety.
Gotcha. Like
yeah.
Anyways, but that would be that. Yeah, I think walking down next to him on the stairs is good too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. What else?
That's it. You've got your 3 questions.
3 questions and we are out of here. So once again, if y'all, let us know what you would pick out of the 6 that we offered or whatnot, or if you're looking at the image and you see all 8, let us know the 2 that you would pick out of those. We'd love to hear back from you on that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you got any questions you want to leave on the show, comment them below. You want to hear a topic on dog talk or whatnot, feel free to drop that below as well. You can email Sally. You can reach out to me on Instagram. Both of those ways will also be in the description below. That's pretty much it. If you want to learn more about training and getting Wonder Dogs help, you can just check out the description below, whatever platform you're on. There's going to be all sorts of stuff and links there and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then, once again, last thing, if y'all got any value out of this, somebody that's struggling with these problems, if you could just share the show with them, that'd be awesome. It would mean the world to me and Sally. We really, work hard on putting this together and taking time out of the week. And we want to put out the best content we can for dog owners. Our goal, once again, is really just authentically, we want to help people enjoy life with their best friends without all the frustrations. So whatever we can do for people, we want to do. So please share the show with them. That's that. I was going to say, if y'all like the show, once again, please like the episode that you're listening to, rate the show, YouTube, Spotify, subscribe, all that stuff, all the good stuff, all the stuff that people always ask you to do whenever you're listening to a show. They ask that for a reason, and we're making the same request. So anyways, that is it. Thank you guys so much, and we will see y'all on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.